Well, don't tell any of the others, but I've secured a bolt of the most divine mauve material. I've hidden it because, well, if any of these Marys got a hold of it, it'd be gone in a jiffy. So I'd rather keep it hush-hush. I'm going to make new drapes for the firehouse, and if I have any left, cross your fingers, I'm going to make everyone matching mauve pillow cozies.
Those are civic improvements.
Don't be such a party pooper, Steve. We're talking about art. Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvest since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
Yeah. Oh.
Art, newspaper fire, Wasp Woman.
Art enriches the community, Steve. No less than a pulsing fire hose or a fireman beating down a blazing door. So what if we're drawing a nude man? So what if all we ever draw is a nude man, or the same nude man over and over in all sorts of provocative positions? Context, not content. Process, not subject. Don't be so gauche, Steve. It's beneath you.
Newspaper.
A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly.
You think it was arson? Maybe you two were busy drawing to put out at odd times. What?
Oh, please. Dwayne was glad enough to see the thing go up, and so was McKnight. If you could get into that safe in his wall... Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh.
Now don't you go moving.
Don't worry, I'm frozen, Wasp Woman.
Some people think all we do is sit around, sketching fetching examples of manhood for our own amusement.
Fire code violations.
All the dried-out paper wasp nests clustered around our wooden house. Why, it's a chemlog just waiting for the right faggot. Believe me, none of us wants to see another fiasco like the Sentinel fire.
Newspaper.
A dread. Oh,
Nope. Not again. Okay.
Bye-bye.
An accident. Well, that dude man staying in the moonlight. Alright. Guess we'll go to the police department. I wanna leave, walk to me, Steve. Once you were a rad roach. Let's go to the newspaper building. What's lost in the newspaper building after the extreme fire? Man, there's so many fire hydrants. Jesus. Alright, forget this. Cop nerds are too busy writing a bug report. Buzz, 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 bees. Let's do police. Sheriff Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here is Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
Yeah, I punched a man and you killed me. Amnesia.
Why do you want to break your poor mom?
I don't know.
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and about joining the Lodge.
The Lodge?
I don't mind telling you, I'd never get anything done if not for the Lodge's efforts. To join the Order of the Harvest Moon is the highest dream of everyone in Harvest.
Not interested in stupid. How can I get an application?
Like I said, unless you get an application on the first day of the month, you're generally out of luck. Stop by the post office and talk to Postmaster Boyle. You never know. He might have a spare application laying around.
Okay. Wedding.
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
Disappointment?
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in. Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
Crime.
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire.
Okay. Fires.
Sure, you remember. The Sentinel...
Nope.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff.
I don't
Well,
remember.
you've always been a kidder, Steve.
No.
But we found the gas can that was used.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck, who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it. Just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve.
Loomis?
Loomis here is my deputy.
Okay.
Mainly Loomis answers the phone and babysits the office while I'm out.
Ew.
But sometimes he likes to go in the back and stain the jail mattress. Isn't that right, Loomis?
Oh, now, Sheriff, what you gotta go and say that for?
What the...
Loomis has more than his share of problems. I wouldn't invite him to the wedding. Or if you do, make sure he doesn't catch the garter. That could be embarrassing.
Oh, I wouldn't do nothing, Dwayne. But I sure would like a little garter that'd been around Stephanie's thigh. Oh, well, that'd be right special.
Alright, I don't...
Stop on.
Anything?
Looking around. Coffee?
Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
Man's needs.
Why,
Fallout?
you sure ought to appreciate what a man's gotta do sometimes in a parked car, or a waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, you see clear to part with them. Bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged.
Miss Phelps.
Mrs. Phelps down at the general store.
Okay.
But she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife. Enough to break a man's heart, her burning my French postcards.
French postcards.
Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day.
Okay.
Anytime.
Alright.
That's the evidence room. where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all.
I can imagine. Alright, I want to see what that abandoned house is. Is there anything here? That was a shovel. Shovel sticking out of the building. Pick it up. Pick up that shovel. Ooh. Spot something.
Bake. Bake.
Huh. Postal workers button. It looks like it was ripped from cloth. Okay.
Bake. 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 Bake sale. Bake. Bake. Bake sale. Do you want to bake? Bake it away. Bake.
Well,
bake,
that
bake.
didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
No, don't love that Java. Oh, God. This is horrifying. There are fucking wasps everywhere.
It's not often that I get visitors.
Yeah.
I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt. Born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Honey?
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee, the wasp is a joy to behold.
That's a bee, I mean, a wasp.
Beautiful.
No.
Isn't that enough to compensate?
No. Wasp.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves.
Yep. That's the one we just looked at. Drawbacks.
Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting.
Oh God, her hands.
Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them.
Sacrifice.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice.
Wasps like stinging.
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer. Hedonistic instead of industrial.
God.
Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation.
Yep.
Each pain.
All right, ma'am, please stop. Oh God. Aliens. Loops.
A triviality.
Cake.
A triviality.
Okay, just.
A triviality.
Okay, we're leaving. I got some wasps, you got some wasps. We got some wasps, 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 wasps. We got some wasps, gonna click on everything. You got some wasps, some chicken wing. Get out of here before I get killed. Cazadors, chicken wings. Boop, boop, boo, doo, 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 doo. Let's go to the mortuary. I'm going in that. I'm going in that. I'm gonna show you what's going on here, guys. I'm gonna bump down. Those dear to us who have passed recently, Jonathan A. Rhinecliff. Oh. Take it. Okay. Never mind. These votive candles have been lit. Whoops. Oh, shit. It's Abraham drinking.
Stephen.
Who are you?
Abraham
Daniel
drinking.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well,
I'm
you
a
always
time
were a
traveler.
killer, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
Losses?
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
Bake the dead?
Yes, I prepare them. I use this astro glue to close my autopsy incision rather than sutures. It's much faster, more efficient. Of course, it only holds for a short while, but once they're in the ground, who cares if they split open? They will anyway. The pressure of the gases and the worms pressing outward,
Alright.
rupturing the cavity open.
Mm-hmm.
So why bother with fancy needlework?
Get
A
fancy.
cold-blooded approach.
But what of my losses? Do you realize if it weren't for the efforts of the Order of the Harvest Moon, the bake sale and so forth, even with the Wayward Hotel, I'd be hard-pressed to stay in business?
Oh,
It seems that
okay, we did that.
God,
Big sale.
this bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used,
Okay.
Then the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
not shelters, graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why.
Okay, so all the homeless people that come here die. Great. Actually, that's damn, getting rid of them hobos.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs. Such as...
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join. And join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the...
Mind powers. Bye.
I'd say it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, whatever. There are organic things floating in the formaldehyde, and these jars are the sort of things that make you want to look away before you can really see what they are. But your eyes won't oblige. Come on, catch a ride. Come on, catch a ride. Oh god, I don't want to accidentally punch you. Let's save again in case I do that. Alright. An empty vessel of the dead. Hauntingly beautiful stained glass window in which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. Alright. Bloop. Alright, let's go. You know what? I don't know if this save... I'm pretty sure I want to see if I can pick up more stuff at Stephanie's house. So I should be able to, right? Because there's no way that just tampons are the only thing you can pick up. Purdy. Oh. Okay. Oh, shit. What are you doing? Why are you changing? It's like half, it's like, I don't know what time it is, actually. Who puts their shirt on before their pants? I just called out a bunch of people who do that. Oh, I can pick everything. I can pick that up. Can't pick up dental floss. Oh, there we go. Okay. Watch as Steve steals all the drugs. Oh, no. Stephanie, why'd you take your clothes off again? She just does that all the time. Alright, I gotta... Man of the house squeezing his meat. Oh, gross. TV. TV. Alright, let's go... Oh, is that blood on the floor? I want to leave. There we go. Cemetery. Let's go to cemetery. Alright, where have we been? Johnson residence. Let's go to the cemetery. Holy shit. That's not the cemetery. Is that the cemetery? Oh, okay. That's the back, right, okay. Here lies Boxcar Willie. Poor Boxcar Willie. Robert Williams, 922, 947. May your fantasies be forever gory. Oh, it's raining. The unnamed hobo. Freddie Mercedes, too much love. Calm down. Not even glue could save him. Rest air here reeks of fresh soil. 2 years in harvest is too long. Fear not in death. Monte Jakes. Oh, I have a shovel. The Potsdam family crypt. Leaning sycamores dead rotten. Nope. I gotta stop right-clicking, because I'm gonna punch someone in the face again by accident. Can't go with that. Mwah, mwah. Diner, sure. Motorcycle. Real leather seats. Ooh. Fire lane parking. Everyone's parking.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen.
What are you doing?
Karen's Karen.
Playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
What are you playing?
Bye-bye.
Sup?
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
Baked potato.
Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder.
Stop.
I guess I've changed.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
Karen?
You've met Karen, my...
Yes.
Other than the diner, she's
Stop.
all I have.
Don't kiss that baby. Don't you dare kiss that baby.
You've
Karen.
met Karen. There
Stephanie.
isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that...
I don't remember that happening,
There's
Edna.
no one else.
Honestly,
I haven't found
you
anyone
men
else.
are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to him.
Oh, you're eating here. Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands. He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge. And there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon.
Lodge.
The lodge is the repository of...
Join.
Why?